Hello Taurus, welcome to your day. Thank you so much again for joining me. As of the 21st, we are officially in Aquarius season. I know the sun is still in Capricorn. If you look at the night, the day sky, and you follow like Skylight and those kind of apps, it'll show you that. But as of January 21st, we are officially in the Zodiac sign of Aquarius. So that is huge. We've transitioned. This is our first sign transition of 2021. And I just think that's awesome. We're just moving right along with the year. So today, two things have happened. The moon has transitioned into Taurus, and the moon has evolved into a waxing gibbous. This has two significant meanings for us. One, with the moon as a waxing gibbous, we are to trust in the process, trust in our intentions, trust in ourselves. We have worked very hard for what we are trying to achieve, no matter if you are on this goal journey or not. Whatever you're doing in life, right now is not the time to change it up. It is the time to trust in what we have put together and push forward for the next 4 days at least, with just sticking to the plan. Now, again, with the moon rotating or transitioning into Taurus, what this will mean for us is that we will migrate out of the passions of Aries, out of those really hard progressive pushes forward. But as a result, we're going to be getting this really grounded and kind of like predictable and concrete. This is good for us in the sense that we're in the waxing gibbous right now, because this is going to give us like a really solid foundation to move forward. We're going to want to stick to a plan we've created. We're going to want to trust in what we have worked for. As Taurus is, the moon is in Taurus, it gives you this sense of a physical wanting to know what you're dealing with. There's no ethereal here. There is no dreaming here. You want to see it, smell it, touch it. You want to know that it exists. Well, planning is that. It may not be a literal thing that you can pick up and grab with your hand, but it is something you've done. It is something you can completely understand. It is a it's kind of like bringing the mental into the physical. So there's some logic there that Taurus will help us to stick to what we understand. If something is established, like a good plan is established, you're going to want to stick to that. So this is going to help us, I believe, to be really successful with really pushing on into action our goals. So moving on into our horoscope, what I have today is a waxing gibbous spread. I've actually been following this one site. Let me see if I can find it. It's called thenumerous.com, and she does all 8 different spreads for each phase of the moon, and I really enjoy her process here. Just so you know, if you would like for me to do a series on the spreads and show you them in person and go through them slowly, like we could do them together, like I would do one and you could even follow along and do one with me, just to get used to the process of going through the cards, let me know. I don't mind doing that. I just want to know if there's any interest in something like that. So let's just move straight in to what our cards have for us. The waxing gibbous spread. Card 1 is going to be the problem. Card 2 is our expectation. Card 3 is the reality of the situation. And card 4 is guidance. Now, something to note here is that 2 and 3 are sideways, okay? And these mean there's no positive or negative to them. I don't really do a lot of upside down cards right now because I am trying to get honestly just more decks, because I hate to push multiple sign energies into one deck over and over and over again. It causes the deck to become exhausted in my mind, and it requires a lot more purification and cleansing. So to simplify things, I am working on getting more decks, and long term, I would like to have one deck for every sign so that the only energies in that deck are yours. But just so you know, if you're doing this on your own, card 2 and 3, those are going to be, like I said, they're going to be sideways. And anytime something is sideways, in my opinion, it indicates like it is both good and bad at the same time. It's almost like net neutral. These are things that are all energies. If something is definitely vertical, is that right? Up and down? Then it has the potential to be upside down, and it has the potential to have an alternate meaning. So just keep that in mind. So let's just jump right into your reading. So for your first card, what we have is the Six of Wands. This is our problem location. So the Six of Wands is actually like a very positive, kind of like victory, overcoming obstacles kind of card. So it may not really seem like a problem in itself, but I believe what it's saying is that the problem will be overcoming those obstacles and dealing with the consequences that come along with being victorious. And as we go along, that may become more clarified. So the expectation, your expectation card is the Page of Cups. You know, you're open to new ideas, but you don't really have the ideas yourself. I don't think you're the one inventing these ideas, you know, and so you're kind of hoping maybe someone else will help you be victorious. Which, you know, it's always good to be, you know, in that mindset where you're able to rely on other people, you know, and just generally being available to even criticism, you know, allowing someone to assist you through life. That's good. And that might be your expectation right now. Like it says, is you're trying to win your moment here and get to that victory, but you're kind of relying on other people to get you there. But the reality is that not only are you going to have to do the work, but you're going to be doing possibly more than your fair share of it. Your third card is the Ten of Wands. And that card is not a depressing card. It's not like you just have to buck up and take the weight kind of card, but it does warn you that the energy, you know, that comes along with fire, you might, you know, the advice that you get might ultimately be to do things that you shouldn't be having to do. So there's definitely a wariness there. So your final card, your advice card, is the Death card. And while this Death card is always kind of speaking to new beginnings, like letting something go and moving on, I definitely think that the call here is not the whole process, okay? Don't let the whole process go, but know when enough is enough and that you need to just, you know, stop doing what someone tells you. You put yourself in this position to be open to other people's advice because maybe you're trying to do something that you're not familiar with. So you want to be surrounding yourself with as many people as possible that can help you. But the energy then gets funneled into a lot of like almost mental or physical manual labor, and it's draining you. So at some point you're going to have to be like, okay, I can't take everyone's advice. I need to take little pieces of what they're saying and then think for myself. So I definitely, you know, see that, encourage that always. But here in your reading, Taurus, it's very, very clear to me that that's where you're at. And just for a little nugget of something extra, today I did pull a runestone for you, and you got the Stone of Power. So just to know that even in this reading, that's what I'm seeing, is you're going to need to know when to hold your own and not rely on other people to just help you through, you know. there's a lot of almost angst that can come with the rune of power, but ultimately it is something that we kind of have to traverse on our own. That's kind of my interpretation of it in this instance. So keep that in mind, Taurus. I hope this has helped you, and I will see you tomorrow.